Imagine this. A local politician rises to power, beloved by her community. She promises progress and delivers results. But beneath the surface lies a web of deception that, when unraveled, would shake the foundations of an entire town and raise questions about national security.
Mga minamahal kong kababayan, on or about 1 o'clock a.m. 4 September, Alice Guo, also known as Guo Huaping, was arrested in Tangerang City, Jakarta, Indonesia. I congratulate all law enforcement personnel who made this apprehension possible.
As we delve into this story, as fictional as these events may sound, they are absolutely real and leave us with a multitude of questions. Who is Alice Guo really? Where did she truly come from? How did someone with such a supposedly humble upbringing amass the wealth, resources, and power she displayed? These questions lead us back to 2003, when a young woman from Beijing first set foot on Philippine soil. Little did anyone know that this arrival would set in motion a series of events that would captivate and shock the nation. Welcome to Pinoy Pulse. Today, we're diving into a story that has captivated the nation, a tale of ambition, mystery, and controversy surrounding one woman, Alice Guo. In 2003, a woman named Guo Huaping arrived in Manila from Beijing. After arriving, she would change her name to Alice Guo and ultimately become a naturalized citizen of the Philippines, with a compelling backstory of humble beginnings in the province of Tarlac. Alice quickly became a fixture in her community. She was the entrepreneur opening local businesses, the volunteer at charity events, the friendly face everyone knew. Her story resonated with many, a hard-working immigrant living the Filipino dream. But as we would later discover, Alice's true background was far more complex than anyone could have imagined. By 2015, Alice had established herself as a successful businesswoman. She owned several small enterprises, including a bakery and a textile shop, which not only boosted the local economy, but also provided employment opportunities for many residents. Her business acumen and commitment to social responsibility caught the attention of community leaders. In 2018, encouraged by her supporters, Alice took her first step into the political arena. She ran for a seat on the Municipal Council of Bamban, campaigning on platforms of transparency, economic development, and improved public services. Alice's campaign was a masterclass in local politics. She held town hall meetings, listened to constituents' concerns, and promised to be a voice for the voiceless. Her slogan, "A New Vision for Bamban," resonated with voters, and she secured her council seat with an overwhelming majority. During her time on the council, Alice championed various initiatives. She spearheaded efforts to improve local schools, enhance healthcare facilities, and attract investments to Bamban. Her success and popularity paved the way for higher ambitions. In 2022, Alice announced her candidacy for mayor of Bamban. Her campaign was even more vigorous this time, complete with professionally produced videos titled "Get to Know the Real Alice Guo." She promised to bring about a golden era for Bamban, focusing on modernization, infrastructure, and social welfare. Election day arrived, and Alice won decisively. The streets filled with celebrations as supporters rejoiced at the dawn of a new chapter for their town. It seemed that Alice Guo's rise to power was complete, a true rags-to-riches story that embodied the Filipino dream. However, shortly after taking office, subtle inconsistencies began to emerge. Some residents noticed that the mayor's lifestyle seemed increasingly extravagant. She moved into a lavish mansion, drove luxury cars, and was often seen wearing designer clothing and jewelry. Questions arose. How could a public servant with a modest salary afford such opulence? Her previous businesses, while successful locally, did not seem sufficient to explain her newfound wealth. Journalists and concerned citizens started digging deeper. Financial records obtained through public disclosure revealed discrepancies. Her declared assets didn't match her visible lifestyle. Anonymous tips suggested that she had investments in offshore accounts and connections to international business ventures. Allegations and investigations. By early 2024, rumors of corruption began to swirl more openly. Investigative journalists published articles highlighting unexplained financial transactions linked to Alice. Social media buzzed with speculation, and hashtags like "Who is Alice Guo" and "Guo Gate" trended nationwide. The allegations that surfaced were shocking. 1. Human trafficking. Reports hinted at connections between Alice's businesses and illegal recruitment agencies exploiting migrant workers. 2. Money laundering. Financial experts pointed to suspicious transfers between her accounts and foreign entities. 3. Espionage. The most alarming claim suggested that Alice was involved with clandestine Chinese spy networks. As investigators and online sleuths dug deeper, they uncovered links between Alice and individuals known to be involved in international espionage. Documents leaked to the press indicated that her fingerprints matched those of Guo Huaping, a Chinese national previously detained on suspicion of spying. The nation was stunned. Could it be that their beloved mayor was living a double life? Was she the mastermind behind a grand scheme to infiltrate local government, or merely a pawn in a larger geopolitical game? As the investigation into Alice Guo's background deepened, new allegations emerged that, if true, could have far-reaching implications for national security. Reported by China Insider with David Zhang, allegations surfaced that paint a picture of potential ties between Guo and the Chinese Communist Party, CCP. According to these allegations, Alice Guo's family, particularly her father Angelito Guo, belongs to the influential Guo clan from Fujian province in southern China. Specifically, the family is said to originate from a town called Caijin, near the Taiwan Strait. This area reportedly has long-standing ties to the CCP. The family's influence allegedly extends beyond China into Southeast Asia, including the Philippines. Unverified reports suggest that multiple associations linked to the Guo family are part of a network of Chinese organizations aligned with the CCP's United Front. This is purportedly an overseas influence operation aimed at controlling Chinese communities abroad and fostering political influence. Angelito Guo, Alice's father, it is claimed, once served as an honorary advisor for the Philippines Chai Tea Association in 2018. Allegations state that he traveled frequently between China and the Philippines, sometimes more than 3 times a month. At one key event, he was allegedly seen mingling with high-ranking CCP officials, including those from China's intelligence agencies. Of particular concern is a reported gathering where Angelito Guo was present alongside several notable figures. Zhu Fan, Deputy Director of the Coordination Department of the CCP Liaison Office, which is described as a top spy agency of the Chinese Communist Party. Representatives from various Fujian-based associations, some with alleged ties to the United Front. The chairman of the Hong Kong Chai Association and the Chai Gu Clan Association. The Chai Village Communist Party boss. These connections, if proven true, would suggest deep ties between the Guo family and CCP-affiliated organizations, raising serious questions about potential foreign influence in Philippine politics. The financial aspects of Alice Guo's story have also come under intense scrutiny. Her lavish lifestyle, including designer clothes, luxury cars, and even a helicopter, seems at odds with her declared income sources. According to a recent Senate hearing, Alice Guo's family businesses show puzzling financial patterns. A pig farm owned by the family reportedly absorbed a 900,000 peso loss in 2021 and made only an 81,000 peso net profit in 2022. Her father's embroidery business made about 440,000 pesos in profit in 2022 and 720,000 pesos in 2023. These modest profits and losses stand in stark contrast to Alice Guo's apparent wealth. Moreover, she claimed that her father frequently gave her cash amounts of around 20,000 pesos as capital for her businesses, but the source of this money remains unclear. Perhaps most alarming are Alice Guo's alleged connections to a major money laundering scheme in Singapore. Two of her reported business partners were charged in Singapore's largest ever money laundering case, involving a staggering $2.2 billion. These individuals, Ling Bi and JNR Jin, had combined assets of about $240 million. Alice Guo claims she was unaware of her business partner's criminal activities until recently, a claim that many find difficult to believe given her business acumen and political position. As pressure mounted, Alice's behavior became increasingly erratic. Then, in a move that shocked everyone, she vanished. Authorities discovered that she had left the country using falsified documents. Her sudden disappearance turned the investigation into an international manhunt. Reports placed her in various locations across Southeast Asia, sightings in Jakarta's Chinatown district, transactions traced to banks in Singapore, anonymous tips placing her in Kuala Lumpur's expatriate communities. Her ability to evade capture, hopping from country to country, raised even more alarms. It suggested access to significant resources and networks beyond that of a small-town mayor. Theories circulated that she had backing from powerful foreign entities. In early September 2024, after months on the run, Alice's luck ran out. Acting on intelligence from cooperative agencies and in close cooperation with Philippine authorities, Indonesian police apprehended her in a remote village in Bali. Having had help from 5 Chinese nationals and 1 Indonesian, she had been hiding in a secluded temple, posing as a monk. Altering her appearance by shaving her head and adopting traditional attire, she had hoped to blend in unnoticed. Her capture was dramatic, with special forces ensuring she had no chance to escape. Investigations revealed that Guo had entered Indonesia from Singapore legally, without any red notice. Her foreign supporters handled all her needs, including online transactions, car rentals, and hotel bills. A female monk had even offered her sanctuary at a house in Tangerang City. Back in the Philippines, Alice faced an array of charges: fraud, corruption, human trafficking, money laundering, and espionage. The courtroom became a battleground, with every development scrutinized by the public. The trial unfolds, the nation watches with bated breath. The outcome of this high-profile case is expected to have far-reaching implications for the Philippines. Regardless of the verdict, the case has already prompted significant reflections within the country. 1. Government reforms. There are growing calls for stronger vetting processes for public officials and stricter anti-corruption measures. Second, pogo industry scrutiny. The Philippine offshore gaming operators industry faces increased scrutiny, with discussions of enhanced regulation and oversight. Third, national security policies. Experts are advocating for enhanced strategies to protect against foreign interference in local and national politics. Communities are grappling with the implications of this case. Trust in local governance has been shaken, and there are ongoing efforts to rebuild confidence through transparency initiatives. The trial of Alice Guo is not just about one individual's alleged crimes. It's a test of the Philippine justice system and a catalyst for potential reforms in governance and national security. More importantly, it raises alarming questions about foreign influence in the country. If Alice Guo was acting at the behest of the Chinese government, are there others like her? How deep into the Philippine government and its democracy has the Communist Party of China infiltrated? What other sectors of Philippine society might be compromised by foreign influence? How can the Philippines protect its sovereignty and democratic processes from such threats? These questions have ignited a national debate about the country's relationship with China and the vulnerabilities in its political system. The answers could reshape Philippine foreign policy and internal security measures for years to come. Alice Guo's story serves as a cautionary tale about the vulnerabilities within political systems. It highlights the importance of vigilance, accountability, and the need for robust institutions. Her journey from a beloved public figure to an accused criminal raises critical questions. How did she manage to deceive so many for so long? What systemic failures allowed her to ascend to power? Could there be others like her operating unnoticed? The case also underscores the complexities of geopolitics in an interconnected world. It reminds us that the lines between local and global issues are often blurred. The story of Alice Guo is more than just a tale of intrigue and deception. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that truth can sometimes be stranger than fiction, and that the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. Thank you for joining us on Pinoy Pulse as we unraveled the complex web of the Alice Guo saga. Remember to stay informed, stay vigilant, and continue asking the hard questions. Until next time, this is Pinoy Pulse, your source for in-depth stories that matter.